connect, serve, and grow is what you can expect at the House of Reconciliation. Leadership, community, education, wellness, and participation is part of our plan for your spiritual growth and success. Family and faith is a core value for the House of Reconciliation, working to help people find their purpose. Want to make an impact in the kingdom? Ready to tap into your future? Meet us at the House Sundays with Pastor Reginald Campbell, www.houseofreconciliation.org.
Come on, House of Reconciliation. I need y'all this morning to go in with me, say, oh, to worship you. I live and breathe.
To worship you.
I live to worship you. With all of my heart, with all of my soul. Somebody say it. Oh, to worship you, I live. Come on and tell the glory,
To worship you,
I live to worship you. Now I need y'all with a loud voice, with everything in your soul. Say this with me. Oh, this is the meditation of my soul, God. I hear you this morning. Somebody raise it up and say, I worship you, Father, no matter what I'm going through. Yeah. Come on, one more time. Somebody say, to worship you, I live. Somebody say, to worship you, I live to worship you. Somebody say, I give it all to you, Jesus. I lay it at your feet, Jesus. Yes. My heart belongs to you. My spirit belongs to you. Say, I give my life to you, Jesus. Somebody, I just need somebody to worship him in this place. Come on.
Good morning. How is everybody? Good. We're going to do our church anthem. Then we're going to get rolling. You all never told me what you wanted. Y'all want a conversation? Or do you just... Y'all live? Y'all still sleeping? So, what now? Thick? Okay. All right. Y'all voted on thick. Good morning and welcome everyone from the Greenwood campus. We're here at the Greenville campus, and of course to our virtual campus. We welcome you this morning. Thank God for all of you and all that you have done and are doing for the ministry. We're highly grateful. I see that we're trending. If someone would bring me the iPad tablet, I see that we're trending very strong in Charlotte. So I'm going to challenge those from Charlotte, Spartanburg, I think it is Malden, and Clinton to come and just once a month and be a part of our service. And there's so many things that we're trying to develop and build that we really could use your support. And so please don't hesitate. I thank you for being a part of our virtual campus. You can go to our website, www.houseofreconciliation.org, and you can join and it's free, and become a virtual member. Thank you for the numbers. Our numbers continue to climb and increase. I don't think it has anything to do with me. I think it's all the ability of the word, and that's what I'm going to try to disseminate to you this morning. They asked for it to be a little thick, so I'm going to do that. Get a couple house cleaning out of the way. I will be at Joy the Lord Ministry, which is 13 Fletcher Street, this morning at 10 a.m. This is the early bird service. We do it every Sunday here at 1427 Suite E, Lawrence Road. Please don't hesitate. There will be a service at the Greenwood campus, and that is at 210 Panzer Road, Hodges, South Carolina. So if you're in the Clinton, Lawrence area, don't hesitate. We do have community college day, pre-Halloween. I think they call it trunk and treat or treat and trunk, whatever it is. As long as there ain't no tricks down there. That's all. So, yeah, that's for Halloween. That'll be next Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2. Why y'all sitting down? Y'all ain't shouted, done nothing. Get up, get up, get up. Y'all said y'all want it thick. Y'all gonna get it thick. Thick means participation. All right? It doesn't mean just drain me. I'm probably the oldest thing in the building. Everybody, well, you know, like what he said, you know, it hurt my feelings. Stand up. You got on them high heel shoes and them boots. Should have wore your church shoes like me. That'll be Saturday from 11 to 2. And then we have the scholarship luncheon at the Hilton on Haywood Road. That is December the 3rd. Please reserve your tickets. You can do that by hitting us up on social media, or we've definitely got to get something up on the website. And then I'll be in Canton, Ohio, teaching finances. That'll be October the 28th through the 30th. We're going to do our church anthem. Some people are slow. They get it. They finally getting it. He laughing, but he know, he told on himself. All right, we're going to say it slow. I am the seed that grows and advances the kingdom for soul winning. This word, bread of life, that I received today, it's not only for me, but to be shared with others, that they grow in Christ. All right, then y'all just have committed. Maybe y'all don't understand it. I don't ever forget it. I just watch y'all. Because I know it. My mind be running somewhere else. Pastor Corey and I was having a quick conversation. You have, and this is going to be thick for some people, you have everything in you that you need. You just won't use it. Man and woman was birthed from the earth. And I'm going to give y'all this in advance, and I'm going to let you sit down. Everything you need is in you and beneath your feet. No, y'all don't believe it. The earth is where God made you from. There were people who went to Africa, and everything that have made man successful has come from the earth. You're looking in the wrong places. You think it's in somebody else. You think it's in the man. You think it's in the woman. And everything, because I've been studying, but I can't bring you all to that point, is beneath your feet. It's in you. It's in your DNA. What someone has done is taken things from the earth and made them and sold it to you and make you think that it's better than you are. You are God's greatest creation. And everything you need is in you. This is why y'all have a problem. Y'all can be seated. This is why I have a problem when you're insecure. This is why I have a problem when you lack confidence. Everything you need. It is sin. And it is the mindset of other people that destroy your confidence in you. And one of the things that you do is you keep measuring yourself to other people. And you must understand that you're not the same seed as other people. Where theirs came up on a Thursday, yours may take another 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years. And so what people do is they play on you. I'm going to give you this, and we're going to get into the lesson. You know how when a flower is starting to bloom, and ladies like flowers, and there are some men that like flowers, and you find bees and things, and they come and they get the nectar. When people see weaknesses in you, they come to make you a fool. Because the first thing they stimulate is your insecurity. and you trying to cover up your failed past. And so you get the grinning and skinning and the bat in your eyes and men putting socks in your pants. And you try to act like you're something and they don't know who you are. You got to get confident. I want y'all to say that with me. I've got to get confident in who I am. What I see is not what I am. Your body is only a shell to hold your talents together. Yes. What you see in the mirror, that's not you. See, you're uncomfortable with you. Before you really can flourish, you got to get comfortable with you. Short hair, no hair, long hair, short, stout, chunky. You got to get comfortable with you. And people come in and play on your vulnerability. Does this make sense? Yes. So we're going to talk about money. I think the subject is money versus ego. All right? And I always say that I caution you that what you're going to hear is not what you're accustomed to hearing. Here is the thing. Money versus ego. Scriptorial for those, Proverbs 21:5, English Standard Version, the plan of the diligent leads surely to an abundance. Most people don't have a plan. Ecclesiastes 7:11 and 12, same English Standard Version. Wisdom, now watch this. Wisdom is good with an inheritance. And most people say, well, I don't have one. Nobody left me anything. Then now you have the blueprint to not do what others have done. But you can't do it. Now watch this, and this is critical, until you begin to balance yourself. So I want, for those that are writing this morning, that's sitting on the couch, I want you to write, balance yourself. An advantage to those who see the sun. It is the sun that will help grow your gifts. If there is light, that means that it's room and time for something to grow. Verse 12, for the protection of wisdom is like the protection of money. The problem is people want things, but not the knowledge of the things that they have. So I want a car, but I don't know the new technology, and I'm unfamiliar with the new technology of how to operate the car, because I'm used to putting the key into an ignition, but the car is a car that you speak to because it has voice recognition, and it's programmed to recognize your own voice. Can I take you deeper? Your gifts are waiting to hear your voice, not who you're pretending to be. That's why you can awaken and be what you are, and you're jealous. Because see, someone else, you think they're gifted, they're imitating someone. Your gifts are waiting to hear your voice, and your voice comes out of your soul. Comes out of you. It comes out of you. And the problem is you're trying to mimic somebody else. And so there's this thing called a false ego, a false narrative. So when it says for the protection of wisdom, it has to come from your voice. Here is one of the problems. You're looking for people to satisfy your flesh when you need to be around people who can help you develop your gift. You're looking for people to tell you how cute you are, how tall you are, how dark you are, how handsome you are, how you look good, and I like what you drive. Those are frivolous things. You need someone else that lines up with your spirit and challenges you on a daily basis to be at your best. That's the difference. For the protection, you're not protecting your gift. It's like the protection of money, because what you have in you, the magnesium, all of these are the same things people are digging into the earth and melting down and creating and selling back to you. They're selling you the very gold that's in your DNA. So how do you feel less than other people? That's the nature of sin. And that's the nature of family curses. And that's the nature that the thing of brokenness. Because if people can break you, they can control you. And if you empty within yourself, then yes, you are a victim and a prey to somebody else's scheme. Here's the thing. Why are we talking about money versus ego? This is too critical of a time to be allowing our egos and wants to control our financial destiny. Now here's this, listen to me. We can't afford not to budget. Because the average person don't want to budget. And the average person doesn't understand budgeting. Because the majority of the people never had a budgeter in their family. Ask me why. They come up in an environment of survival. Parents didn't teach their children the value of finances. And then there are those where I come from that would say money is the root of all evil, but they never completed the sentence. It says the love of money is the root of all evil. Here's the thing. You need money in order to function and carry out your own dreams. But the problem is our egos abuse money. Our egos take money. And why is it critical? Right now, we're facing inflation of 8.2% plus. So here's how I ran the numbers. You're paying 8.2% on everything you're getting. So when you go to the store and you purchase something, it's 8 plus 2. So add basically 10 cents on top of the 45% profit that they're already making on everything. You're spending an average of $125 to $150 additional a week. This is why people budgets are not matching. And then they tell you budget off your gross. You don't need to budget off your gross. What do you make an hourly? You don't make that an hourly. You need to budget off your net. There's a question?
No, there's a scripture.
There's a scripture, okay.
1 Timothy 6 and 10.
1 Timothy 6 and 10.
In the New English translation, it says, "For the love of money is the root of all evils. Some people, in reaching for it, have strayed from the faith and stabbed themselves with many pains."
Yeah. So you listen, this is going to sound stupid. You shouldn't fall in love with money, but you need to respect money because the money has to go to work for you. And you somewhere working for money because you're in love with money. And when your ego kicks in, your ego tells you, go spend money to show you got money. And when you spend money, it really shows you don't have no money. Because people with money, they don't feel this inflation rate. 150, that's 300. That extra $600 a month that the average household is paying out, they don't feel it. Can I tell you why? You're giving it to them. People with money don't go spend their money. They don't go, you see them at the bougie restaurants, they're not spending their paycheck. Their paycheck is going to work for them. They're spending your crumbs. They're spending your money at the drive-thru when you said biggie size it. Yes. They're spending their money for the same thing you could have prepared at home for 38 cents, but instead you wanted to spend $8 for it because it does something for your ego. And then you look to God and be like, I need more money. God, like, what did you do with the money I gave you? In fact, I made you money. You just keep giving it away. You're not taking your gifts and talent. I'm going to ask you this, and I'm going to turn around this way because I don't want anybody to think I'm talking about how many of you have started things you didn't finish, started school you didn't finish? How many of you went and got another certificate, another certification, and you've not used it, but you wonder why in the hell you broke? You broke because the things that God gave you, he gave you multiple streams of income, and you chose to get caught up with other people who were not going anywhere, and you wasn't patient to continue to work your seed until it germinated. And so now you're somewhere scrapping and working a part-time job, and most people that are working a part-time job are not getting ahead. They just barely making it because it takes more than one income. That is your fault because you didn't budget. Let me turn over here. Because somebody has sat there and they made you feel bad about yourself, or there's something you did not release in your past. So you spent your money to impress people, but the people you impressed still don't care no more about you than when they ate your chicken than when you didn't invite them. And now you have allowed your license to expire. You should have your own shop. You should have your own leather shop. You should be producing goods, and still you're running around working 2 or 3 jobs when you could have set your fanny down somewhere in a class and got a skill and a certified skill and elevated yourself, but you're still being told what to do, when to do it, how to do it, when to go to lunch, but you want to walk out like you're a king and walk out like you're a queen, and you still broke. I mean, yes, because you keep devaluing yourself because of failure. And you know what failure should do? Y'all said y'all wanted it deep. We didn't get out of here in a minute. Failure creates another step for you. You saw it as offensive when it was a new step for you, a new path for you. God can't light your path and then cause you to fall in a ditch. The word says his word is a lamp unto my path. If you fall, God has already created a cushion for you before you fall. The problem is you fail with your emotions because you were not aligned with your gift. You fail with what happened when I was 13. You fail with what happened when I struggled. You fail with what mom didn't do and what dad didn't do. You fail with they didn't let me go on the family vacation. You fail with I didn't make it in cheerleading. You fail with they didn't ask me to be a part of the team and I got cut in basketball and I didn't do this. You are still stuck in what you was and never embrace who you are. Because you like other people better than you like yourself. That, my brothers and sisters, that to the virtual campus is your ego. You're not comfortable. Because when you got a gift, other people don't make you uncomfortable. You never saw greats like Irvin Magic Johnson. You never saw people like Whitney Houston be jealous of anybody else. You sing your song, baby. But when they give me the mic, you might want to go sit down somewhere. Come on. Don't act like y'all don't know Charlie Wilson. Charlie about 2 billion years old. You can put up anybody you want to put up before Charlie Wilson. But don't nobody want to follow Charlie Wilson. First name Charlie. Last name Wilson. Can you play that or you gonna try to act like you say? I don't know Charlie Wilson. Yeah, you know Charlie Wilson. Yeah, he probably was in the car. First name Charlie, last name Wilson. Does that make sense? And so the unreality is the ego that says continue to spin. And so what happens to people who have knowledge and who are comfortable in their skin, they see you faking it. And let me help the single people out. If you're a man and you somewhere buying rims and tennis shoes at this time, a smart woman wouldn't want to fool with you, but a stupid one will. Where's that in your budget? You trying to impress people working the same job you working, getting the same pay you getting, and you trying to impress them. Stupid with stupid. And you a woman? And you want a man? Do you think he wants you to help him be broke? Because you got more hair in the closet than you got on your head. Men too. Men too. I got somebody working on me, a male unit. I'm going to come in here one Sunday time. Hey, first name Charlie. Last name Wilson. I'm going to put me an earring in too. An old 80s earring. With a hoop. With a hoop. Do what? I don't care nothing about them, man. You can run them over when you leave. You know why? Why? I'm going to help you out. You can't afford not to budget. Can I give you the word? Yes. For the writer? This is your building time. This isn't showtime. This is your building time. This is the time to build. I'm going to ask you a question. I like a little participation. It was a little thick this morning. Why are you spending? Why are you spending beyond the necessaries? Do I know? Why are you spending? Who? And what? And how far has that got you? Can I be honest? And I'm not talking about you or anybody else. We feed the flesh. That's why the belly's hanging over. We are feeding what should be carrying us. You know how y'all try. I always tell people, quit looking at the front of a person. Quit looking at the back of a person. Everybody look cute from the front and from the back. You turn them to the side. You turn them to the side. You don't know what a person really look like until you turn them to the side. And listen, let me help you out. Because I ain't going to just talk about women. You know, because women, they got them good girls now. They don't call them girls. They call them something. They roll up or whatever. Men got them too. Men got them too. Men got. You need to take your tail to the gym. You say, listen, y'all be educating me. She'll say, and then when you take it off, everything went south. Yes. Why are we spending? Here's the first thing. Now I'm gonna ask y'all a question, and I know there's some that want it because a lot of people are asking me about a budgeting class. I cannot budget or teach you something without a control people. It's a waste of my time. It's a waste of my time. I'm not wasting I'm too old for that. I can't waste my, because if you don't want to be disciplined and you just want somebody to give you more money, keep playing the lottery. Because everybody that plays the lottery and everybody that buys the ticket, your percentage of winning goes down. What I will teach you is how to raise your percentage. But for raise it, we got to get the best out of you. See, can I take it a step further about the ego? The ego keeps you from getting the best out of you, and other people's ego will stop you from striving in the direction that God will have you go because they're uncomfortable with themselves. It's always the person in the back room trying to control you. So then they find a weakness that you have, and they beat you up on that weakness, and now they control your mind when you are not working your gifts. And people get offended with me because I'm going to be real with you real quick. And like I told them at the funeral last week, how do you tell me how to do a funeral and you've never done one? How do you tell me what to say when nobody asked you? They didn't ask you to do the service. So then when God speaks to me, I promise you, I've lived enough of my life listening to you. I don't care what you think about me. As long as I please God, y'all can kick rocks. Once I have disseminated what God wanted me to say, and here's what the church have an issue with. Most churches have an issue with, I don't like how he said. Who you? This ain't 52. This ain't your great granddaddy church no more. This is a new generation with a new mindset, with a new attitude, with new issues and new problems. And you want somebody, yeah, at the cross, where I, shut up! What do we do when we get past the cross? What do we do when we get past the cross and get up? When we go to the grave, what do we get when we get up from the grave? How do I live? How do you, I come up where they told you everything not to do. They didn't tell you none of what you could do. We need a new word for a new nation that's trying to find God. And so for those that you want to hear the old hooping and hollering and, oh, Jesus coming. I was at the funeral. I said, you still alive? I thought I buried you in 82. And she like, no, I'm 75. Because you know when I was 5 years old, they told me Jesus was coming. I said, and you 75 and he hadn't come yet? No, I believe he left you. I believe he left you. There are some people still holding up their lives, waiting on Jesus to come. Anybody? You know where we come from. Still wait. I'm 61. When I came out my mother's womb, Jesus coming. Watch it happen. You should have left me in heaven. I got more chances to go to hell now than I had when I was in your womb. You should have died with me in your womb. Think about it. Now you want to tell me Jesus coming. I just don't see it in my DNA right now that I'm going to be ready if Jesus comes. I got a little work to do. Some of y'all just catch it up. You should have let me stay in the womb and stay in heaven, because in heaven I was safe. Now I'm down here. My chances to go into heaven just went way down. Wait. Okay, I said that to say this. Then why are you letting other people manipulate your time? You pour more into people than they pour into you. You give more to people than they give to you. And here's the thing. You gave all yourself to people, and you gave none of yourself to you. You didn't work on you. Let me tell you, can I make it plain? Can I take you there? You thought it was loneliness, because that's what people told you. You thought it was emptiness. You think you have to have somebody with you. Hell, you were born by yourself. When you were born with everything you need. Well, he fulfilled me. Then you lying, because he ain't God. Because only God can match up with your brokenness. All you do is drain other people. Drain them. They just die. They hate to see you coming. They like, oh, dang, it ain't coming. Jesus. Good Lord. Oh, Jesus. Oh, just give me a fifth of whiskey. What do people drink now? What's it? I know you had something last night. What they drink with now? Now, what do they call it? What's that drink? I can't think of the drink. Y'all see, y'all won't let y'all holding up my word. Hennessy. Some of y'all with Hennessy. Some of y'all with tequila. Some of y'all with rum and Coke. That's what the old folk drink, rum and Coke. Tito's, trying to drink it with cranberry juice. You see how saved us think so. So Jesus gonna come and get y'all, and y'all got a pocket full of liquor. You got your little bottle in it. Got your little, look at me, hold on. Oh, feel good now. Here's what I'm gonna give you as we get ready to close. Why are you spending Here is the first part of aligning your budget. It's time to build an emergency fund. So you're paying everybody and you're paying everything, but you're going to have to really, see, you're not going to make it if you don't have a cushion. We got snow days coming. We may have some power lines out. What do you have to keep your house running? You keep talking about what he or she's supposed to do. What do you have? Yeah, they back there. They let him in. What are you doing? This time now to build emergency fund. And before you spend any money and go to another event, you need to ask yourself, is this in my budget? And if your emotions overrule your budget, then I really can't help you. Because here's what you have to understand. I need a budget in order to build the best of me. Does that make sense? And see, some of you all have money and you're still uncomfortable. I don't know what's wrong with you. Give me your money, you can stay uncomfortable. You need to build an emergency fund. Right now in October, the beginning of the fourth quarter, we're in what? What is the date? Okay, so we're in the middle of the month. You need to, and here's the thing. You don't want to start small. Go ahead and say, tell me what you say. Do you want me to say what you say? I ain't got it. $5 ain't nothing. Yes, it is when you can't find it. Go in the store and pump $10. Go in the store and tell them you want 10 and pump 15 and see what happens. Drive off if you want to. That's my whole point. You have to pay before you play, before you pump your gas. So you got to build an emergency fund. Here is a problem that we have. It's an emotional reaction when you spin from your ego, and what you're doing is running away from reality. Clothes don't fix brokenness. Shoes, men or women. New things don't fix emptiness. They must have hit. Let me turn over here. I saw some people fall out over there. I think I said something about shoes. And then somebody over here, I'm going to just look up Jesus. I'm going to just look at y'all out there. Yeah. And then somebody had the nerve to say, but these shoes cute. You got a whole lot of cute stuff in the closet. But what would you rather have, cute or money? Do I know? Yeah, I'm serious. My shoes, I got an outfit I'm going to wear today when I go over to the other church. I'll be like, this outfit older than you. They say, I just need it, just as long as I ain't naked, I'm good. I don't care. Anybody trying to holler at me, they don't get it. Here's number two, a thing that happens when we're spending money. We're trying to be something we haven't built. And my message to you, this is the time in the fourth quarter, before we get into the cold months, that when spring comes, you have built a new you. You are a caterpillar that's trying to become a butterfly. But there are times that you have to spin in the chrysalis and morph it into something different. Does this make sense? Here's what we have to let die. We can't continue to have a grasshopper mindset about building our finances. Can I make it plain? In today's society, people with money don't care to run with people who don't have money, because people who don't have money will spend your money. I think there was a commercial where a young lady met a guy. I guess it was kind of like a blind date or a dating site or something, and it was a commercial. She was running out of the place. It was a Toyota commercial, and she was running out of place because she looked him up online and figured out that he was a wacko. The restroom, she got up from the table, and because she had a car that she could press a button and it was starred. She jumped in the car and drove off. And she said, I am glad I looked him up online. I should have looked him up online before I came to dinner because he is crazy. And she was like, I'm thankful that my car, I can crank it up. And it was across the street. She got in her car and left. See, before you start locking up with people, you need to hear more than what they just say. Because every time your ego and your feelings get up, you feel like you get knocked down, that means you need to quit using them. You need to use your intellect and intelligence. All right? And people get mad at me when I say this. They got mad at me about bologna sandwiches. And I know they're going to get mad about, oh yeah, they got mad. Some people quit the church over bologna sandwiches. What you going to do? Meet me in the parking lot and fight me? I'm too old to be scuffling. I see the look on your faces. I don't care. I got security. No, but quit. Went on Facebook to talk about me and bologna. I said, block them. Yes, I said. All I done for you. And you want to fall out with me over bologna? When the doctor said bologna is not good for people, oh, they were mad. Tell me, you talking about poor people. Listen, Linda, listen. That's a grasshopper mindset about building your finances. When you got a grasshopper mindset, you only see today and not tomorrow. Here's what I'm going to close with. What I'm trying to share with you, many people see it as offensive information. What's really constructive information to help you better plan your life. And so people get offended with me, and the reason they're offended is because I plan my life. I still have license from barber cosmetologists. I'm not letting them expire because if at the end of the day, if I can't do nothing else, I can find, I don't even need a socket now. They got battery charge. I can cut hair. I'm not letting my gifts, I went to school too long to now just, well, I ain't going to do that no more. That's bad business. To the business person, stop bad business practices. If it don't make you money, why are you doing it? Don't see what I say to you. See it as constructive and not offensive. Here's what I'm going to do. This is why we're in need of budgeting tools and classes. And one of the things, the reason I dealt with ego this morning is simply developing a new approach to money and money matters. Too much of our ego and too much of our insecurity is eroding our finances. God bless you. I'll see you soon. Oh, do you know somebody got mad? I got a call about that. No, there were people that said that they wanted to